supposed to rock it right now. Give it up. Yeah. I'm gonna rock it right now, right now. Yeah. Right up the room. I'm gonna rock it right now. Just a few. Yeah. That ball quick, huh? I'm gonna rock it right now. Give it here. I let that ball quick out. I'm gonna rock it right now, right now, right now. I'm gonna rock it right now, right now, right now. Ride the river. What do you say? Just bet they got a 25-ounce store. Go for rain. $1 foot.
And we talk about MC. Talk to me quick, MC. You and your main man stay in the factory also Catholic John. Who I thought? When we got that running up, who would tell the white one wrong? Everybody, come get shit. You just sacrificed university shit. They was robbing and rolling down there too. The bass drum went out. Can't be fucking around like that back at the factory. Y'all gotta keep that real nice and smooth and keep that going right now.
Yeah, baby, let's go. We live right here in Mount Talk Network Radio. I am Tavon Fennell. Hashtag Rev T, the people's hype, man. They say that talk damn good sports. I'm so glad to be here with my people on a Saturday morning. I tell it to the young, I tell it to the old. You got to tune into the Rev T Sports Revival to fill up your soul with all that good sports talk. Got a good show for the people today. Well, Super Bowl champion, two-time Super Bowl champion, Daryl Grant, that's right, the legend, y'all. The Lottie Daddy who started the party, number 77. That's right, he gonna join me this morning. We gonna talk about these young pups, this young defensive line, defensive end core that the Washington football team had. We gonna jump right into talking about this Washington football team win over the San Francisco 49ers. Right. I said 24-17, 23-17. That's 2 times in a week that I done missed the point spread by one. Calling the score, right? I want y'all to tune in. First of all, I want y'all to go share the post. Go share the post with the people. Lottie Daddy, everybody is welcome to the party. I tell it to the young. I tell it to the old. I just want to hear you talk about what's going on to fill up your soul, right? Got to be revitalized. I got to get to these comments, man, this morning, man. Good morning, man. Chuck, man, good old JYB, man. Good morning, Chuck Harden, Leah Harden. Good morning to y'all, man. Big shouts out to my Kentland family. Love y'all so much, man. Gotta say good morning, man, to Tom Casey. Y'all know, listen here. He already know. He watching Dwayne Haskins like an hawk. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I want to get my shots out. I want y'all to go share the post, throw some likes up in the air, some hearts up in the air. Where y'all at, wherever you at in the hemisphere, we got to get this thing going right here. Rev T Sports Revival, episode 450. Yeah, man, I've been patting my feet doing this a long time doing this thing, talking this little thing we call sports. We don't report the sports. We just talk about the sports. He said, man, we better pray. Man, we not going to start this with Tom Casey on that boy now this morning. It's on me now. I got it. Man, we got to say, man, good morning, man. Good morning to Brandon Crawford. Good morning to you. Washington Redskin fan, Washington football fan, you my brother, man. Good morning to you. I appreciate you tuning in. One of my kinfolks say Washington football team is playing great. Holmes, they playing great football right now, man. Man, I didn't curse Alex Smith, man. I just, man, would enlighten the people, man, the things to come. And hopefully my man he'll come and join us. We talking about Big Brother Paul, and he'll join us in a little bit. But we getting ready, man, to get the big dog in. I think he might be calling in, or he might pop up on the screen, number 77. Daryl Grant, right? Super Bowl champion Washington football team, where when they was the Redskins. Let's call it for like it is. And I hope y'all like my fro. I'm growing natural. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I'm going to get one of those big old doo-wop afros up in my head. Y'all go share the post. Go share the post with the people. You got some questions you want to ask. Number 77, Daryl Grant. Feel free to throw it up on the screen, man. We'll be glad to ask him. But let's call it for what it is. The Washington football team, they beat the San Francisco 49ers 23-17. Oh, they beat the hell out of them. Whatever. The defense did. And the offense was lost. Let's call it for what it is. The offense was lost, and it was nowhere to be found. But the defense, though, they put them on their back, and they carried the Washington football team. I mean, they tore that San Francisco 49ers offense up. And Chase Young introduced himself to Trent Williams properly. Montez Sweat introduced himself to the San Francisco 49ers offensive line properly. Deron Payne, he introduced himself to the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. So at the end of the day, you had a defense with Chase Young leading the way with these young pups and making the case for himself to be Rookie of the Year for the NFL this season. Carried this team on their back. What more do you want to say? Alex Smith got hurt, late in the game, midway in the game. Dwayne Haskins had to come in, take over the load. He did minimum. I'm not going to read no stats. If y'all want to listen stats, go Google the stats. We're not here to talk about stats. We're here to talk about what we seen on the football field. And at the end of the day, we want to start this thing out with plain and simple. Let's just really get into it, right? How do you feel about Dwayne Haskins starting? And I'm going to ask y'all that question until we figure out how we're going to get big dog Daryl Grant, number 77, Super Bowl champion, Washington football team on the line to talk about that with us a little bit. Is that all right with y'all? How do you feel with Haskins starting? Because, you know, as I really don't listen to sports talk radio except for maybe 3 hours out the day, and that's when I listen to Team 980, the B-Miss live show, and I'm a regular caller, fixture, whatever you want to call it, for many years on Team 980. But this, though, so being that said, I hear, seeing things on social media, people not confident in Dwayne Haskins being a starter. Well, let me say this, and I want y'all to understand and hear me clearly. If everybody else around Dwayne Haskins does what they need to do, then Dwayne Haskins should be fine. The only mistake that Dwayne Haskins can make is to throw an interception. The only mistake that Dwayne Haskins can make is to fumble the football. I've seen Alex Smith fumble the football. I've seen Cal Allen fumble the football. I've seen Alex Smith throw an interception. I've seen Cal Allen throw an interception. So, does that negate them from being the starter of the Washington football team at the quarterback position? No. So that doesn't eliminate Dwayne Haskins being the starter of the quarterback for the Washington football team. I mean, all in all, I heard Brian Mitchell say one thing that's definitely good and true. I want to play the quarterback that's healthy. I want to play the quarterback that give me the best chance to go out there and to win a football game. And if Dwayne Haskins is the quarterback for us to go do so, hey, I'm all with it. I'm all with it. Let's look at some of these comments we got coming in here. Y'all go share the post with the people. We live right here. Rev T Sports Revival. Man, Big Brother Walt, man, Duke P23 on Twitter. He say, man, he down with Haskins. He just threw the picture up, man. I got to say a good morning to Burgundy Ron tuning in. Rated Redskins, the Burgundy Zone, the Hog Side, DC Tweet Team 1932, Jesse 24, Robbie Duncan, Mark Buller, Jason Wright, Disco 5, Noon from Tampa, Red Squins. Big shouts out to y'all for tuning in this morning. I appreciate so much. Big brother Nathan Coleman, shouts out to you. Kelly and PA, stepping back out. Appreciate you so much over there on Twitter. Gotta say good morning to the people. I appreciate you so much for that plug. Gotta say good morning to Big Brother Cam. Good morning to you. Love somebody. Y'all go share the post with the people, man. Good morning, Big Brother, man. Good morning with you, Dre Boogie. That young brother be cooking up some food, y'all, and he got a chef catering business up. Go ahead, throw it up on the site, man, for the people, man, so they can know what they doing. If you in the DMV area, I think he come to your house and cook for you. If I'm correct, and y'all got Christmas coming up, you know he brings something lottie-dottie to the party. I appreciate you so much, man. I got to say, man, big shouts out, man, to my big brother Harold, man. Hey, they say Harold from Maryland, Harold from VA, Harold, man, big shouts out to you, brother. And I love you so much in more ways than one. I appreciate you, man. Steve Burgess say, Rev T, what's up, man? Still got to get you on the show. Gonna be tough for my Giants and your football team this week. Man, we got to hang on in there, man. And I, for real, I hope your Giants lose because that make it more easier for us to have play like Prince. I got to say good morning, man, to Brandon Crawford. He say, man, kick some butt tomorrow, Washington football, and win 32-0. Man, hell to the Washington then. Brandon Crawford, I appreciate you. He called it out there. He say, man, excuse me. He say, man, good morning to you, Churchill Wood, man. He say, gave the men a choice to win. Chooses to win. Gave the man. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where you went with that one. Clear that up for me. You know I'm trying to multitask. Y'all go share the post with the people. Let them know I'm going to try to go to the groups in Facebook and share the post. You can go over to over there on YouTube to go check out the show, pick it up. I'm going to put it out here on the screen for right now. I hope y'all lottie-dottie, everybody want to come to the party right now. Let's get that rolling up there. We trying to see how we going to get Daryl Grant, number 77, Washington football team, Washington Redskins, great. Who said, if you want to know how the Washington football team, Washington Redskins, started to get into the groove of going into the Super Bowl and being playoff contenders, then Daryl Grant, he was the one who started it all. I put my stamp on that, man. And big shots to me. He said that's exactly what has got a chip on his shoulder. I'm worried. I believe. Deion Proctor, good morning. He say, I believe, man. I appreciate you so much. Y'all go share the post with the people. Lottie-dottie, everybody to the party. My Casa, Su Casa, Viva la Casa. See, this is what I like about the Sports Revival. I always got a game plan on how the show gonna go. But at the end of the day, though, listen here. This is what's so good and so special and true. You the people. You the people make me, I might want to go one way, but then I hear something, man, from y'all this morning, and it made me say, man, hell, I'm going to go somewhere else because y'all want to talk about it. But the question I got up entertained, man, is how do you feel about Haskins starters? I feel good about Dwayne Haskins starters. And I believe that the youngin' by sitting, it didn't hurt Mahomes when he sat behind Alex Smith. So I don't think that it'll be an issue that it'll hurt the young buck from sitting. It wasn't like he was just sitting over there eating sunflower seeds. He was engaged in the game. And I always say this, we fall down, but we get back up. And Dwayne Haskins, when he was in the podium after the game against the San Francisco 49ers, the youngster went down in tears. And let me say this, real people understand what those tears was about. Real people understand what those tears that Dwayne Haskins was shedding from his eyes, what those tears meant. And at the end of the day, he understood, and real people understood that a lot of people that was asking him questions on that podium was a lot of people that was slaying him to get him out of that starting position. And however Dwayne Haskins did found himself back into the starting position right now, there's no excuses for him. And as much as I've been a defender of Dwayne Haskins, now Dwayne Haskins got to say to himself, let me just go out there and play the game of football and enjoy playing football. But most of all, let me not go out there and do anything that would jeopardize this game against the Seattle Seahawks. That's the only thing that he needs to be worried and concerned about. One thing I hear a lot of the fans going back on social media about Alex Smith is, when Alex Smith returned, do you want him back as the starter? Or if Dwayne Haskins has a good game against the Seattle Seahawks, are you all in with keeping Dwayne Haskins as a starter? Again, I just want to go with the quarterback that's going to win the football game, that's going to be healthy for us, that can carry out the game plan for 4 quarters. Right? 703-496-4545 is the number. If you like to tune in, we live right here at Rev T Sports Revival on a Saturday morning, every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. BP time. BP time. Did I say BP time? BPT time. BPT time. And real people know what BPT time means. Let's go back to some of these comments here. Let's go back to some of these comments. Let's see. Let's go. Tall Tad 6161. What's up, old friend? Man, I appreciate you, brother. He say he needs to prove it. Time for talking is over. You want to be the leader? You want to prove the Ohio State's quarterback can start in the NFL? Prove it. Plain and simple, man. I appreciate you so much. Big brother Sherman Keith, good morning to you. Jamal Higginson, man, good morning to you, man. And Tom Casey say, Rev T, you been wishing death for that balance. Man, I ain't been wishing no death for no Alex Smith, man. Man, I just call it like it is, like I see it, man. He say, Rev T out here dropping gems on the people, man. Thank you, big brother Authentic, man. I appreciate you so much. Y'all make sure y'all go give him a follow over there on YouTube, man. And listen here. Let's get some. Let's see. Jamal said, I think he's ready for the game. I feel he can win this game. I feel like he can win this game too. If everybody around him does what they need to do. If they do their job, it'll make it easier for him to do his job. If the offensive line can hold up in good pass protection, it'll allow him the opportunity to do his job. If the receivers can get open, okay, and make a play when he delivers them the football, it'll give him the opportunity to do his job. If they do his job, Dwayne Haskins can do his job. And then we don't have no problem. But let's not get it twisted, though. Last week, nobody around that offense did their job. The offense didn't show up. The wide receivers didn't show up. The running game was in. But again, they found a way to win the football game. Again, they did enough to hold on to the football and not do anything stupid and win the football game. I got to say good morning to Kenneth Champion. Good morning to you, Champion. Good morning. Sherman Keefe say they did that last game, but he still messed up. Who messed up? You talking about Dwayne Haskins? Well, he didn't play enough football. Sherman, man, did enough of the game. I think he played, like a quarter? And I really think they let the boy throw 7 or 8 times? And he connected on 3 or 4? 3 pass, I got whatever, something like that. You go read the stats. Tom Casey say Haskins has 0 chances winning against Seattle. You Alabama. The running game was actually good, but they didn't stick with it. Exactly, but that's the whole thing. When the Washington football team, when I've said this on many shows, when you have one running back that goes over 100 yards, and then you have everybody else to back up or the third down back get 20, 30 yards here and there within the run game, then guess what? The Washington football team has a great chance of winning a football game. Hell, any football team has a great chance of winning a football game. Let's get Brother Authentic on it now. Let me get this off the screen here, man. I still new to this thing, lottie-dottie to the pot. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Rev T, what's up, fam? I just wanted to come in and show you some love, fam. How you living?
Man, I can't call it. I'm shaking the bacon like a needle bacon. Hold it down. So here you go. You a New York Giants fan. Hold on, let me get Churchill comments down off the screen. You a fan, right, of the New York Giants, right?
Die hard.
Where do y'all think y'all stand right now?
I mean, I think a lot of it has to deal with what the Washington football team is going to do here, man. That's why I wanted to tap in with you. We went in Seattle here and we won with a backup quarterback as well. So I do think y'all got a good shot, and I think Dwayne Haskins is capable. It's just about limiting the mistakes. I think what's going against y'all maybe though is that Seattle already had that trap game against the Giants. We hung in that game 5-0 at the half is really why I think we hung in that game and our defense really balled out. I think the Giants and Washington are playing similar football, but they're both dealing with this injury bug right now. I think Alex Smith does give y'all a better chance to win, but going to Dwayne Haskins is not a major fall off to me. It's just about limiting the mistakes. I really think that's it.
Man, we sitting live, Rev T Sports Revival. That's Brother Authentic. Man, tell the people, man, where they can find you at, what time you be on air, or how you do your thing, man, for the people, man. Show yourself some love to my people, man.
I appreciate that, Rev T. So we do a show Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm actually based in Washington, D.C. I live on North Capitol. I do a show called Authentic in the Beard with 2 other Washington football team fans as well. They're born in D.C. as well. We're Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we do a show on Sunday mornings called The Parlay where we kind of break down betting and fantasy advice for every game. So we've been real consistent this year, man. It's been a heavy year for us, man. We just hit our monetization marks just recently, man, and we just cranking out this NFC East content, man.
I got you right here on the Rev T Sports Revival. I like to have fun, right?
Yes, sir.
So you in the betting, right?
A little bit. My co-host more in the betting, but I'm with it, Oh,
I don't think you will answer this one. So tell me, bro, let me ask you this, right? What's the odds of Santa and the reindeers being able to get all these toys up to these little kids and stuff for Christmas and stuff. Hold on. What's the probability in the coronas? How long do you think Santa Claus will take to get the kids in the ghetto this year? Bet on it.
I'll say he make it there before the new year, guaranteed.
So let me ask you something, man. The New York Times, what's that young boy named? Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, yes.
Oh, they love some Daniel Jones.
Hey, that's what it looked like.
It's like Hercules. Daniel Jones. Right? Hold on for a minute. I think I got the champion. Let's get it. Hold on. Uncle Daryl?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Stay right there. Let me get this brother off the line real quick. Tell me about Daniel Jones real quick, authentic, and then I got to bring Daryl Grant on y'all with the people. Go ahead,
man.
brother.
So Daniel Jones, man, the Giants fan base is actually kind of losing hope in Daniel Jones right now. I'm a big believer in Daniel Jones, but I think the fumbles is definitely a problem. The turnovers is an issue. A lot of people were kind of upset with Joe Judge sending Daniel Jones out there in this last game with the unhealthy kind of hamstring issue going on, and now he actually sprained the ankle in that last game as well. But I got faith in Daniel Jones. I think Giants fans just need to be patient, and I think the same thing goes for Dwayne Haskins over there in Washington. I think the brother deserves a chance to really prove that he could be the quarterback for y'all. I think a lot of it has to do with Antonio Gibson being healthy and building some chemistry with Terry McLaurin. And same goes for Daniel Jones in New York with Darius Slayton. We need a bona fide number one wide receiver. And I think we thought we had that last year with Darius Slayton kind of emerging at the same time as Terry McLaurin. But this year you see the separation between McLaurin and Darius Slayton. Giants definitely got to address this either in the draft or free agency. I'm looking for them maybe to bring in somebody like Allen Robinson from Chicago or somebody who's a bona fide number one that could go get 50-50 passes and really go up and get, Plaxico Burress type catches, and that'll really aid our quarterback situation. But Giants fans is really trying to give up on Daniel Jones here, man. The turnovers is not helping, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, brother Authentic, I appreciate you, man. Tell the people one more time where they can find you at before I let you go, brother.
Yes, sir. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on YouTube. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A show's called Authentic in the Beard. Got two Washington football team fans that I grew up with, man. We go back to like 1987. So these my guys, man. We really chop it up. It's an NFC East-based podcast. It's called The Best Division in Football. People was kind of laughing at that this year. But definitely check us out, man. And Rev T, I appreciate you sharing the platform, man. We got to get you on the show sometime soon, bro.
Oh, you good. My casa, Bieber casa. That's brother Authentic right there. I appreciate you so much, Tank.
My man, appreciate you. Peace.
Right now, y'all, Laddie Daddy, we got on the line. Super Bowl champion, NFC East champion. Man, the hell, when you talk about Washington football team and you want to talk about who started it all, who put them in the playoffs. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I got to bring on, man, my uncle, my god uncle, man. Big brother, Daryl Grant. Good morning, Uncle D. Good morning.
Good morning to you as well, Rev. How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I can't call it. I'm so glad to have you on here with us this morning. We got Uncle Daryl Grant, y'all, number 77, Super Bowl champion Washington football team. We're Washington Redskins. I'm sorry. I mean, no offense to nobody. He won as a Redskin. Now there's no Washington football team. And I just got to acknowledge that with no disrespect to the name change. You understand?
No, absolutely. No disrespect. I still wear my Redskin stuff, man. And, and I don't know when I'll get my Washington football team stuff together, but I'm still a fan without question. And, I believe burgundy and gold. Either way it goes.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, I really wanted to get you on here because I wanted to ask your perspective on these young bucks playing this defense right now. Preferably Montez Sweat, preferably Deron Payne, and most of all, that youngster, that rookie Chase Young. I had made a tweet last week after the win against the San Francisco 49ers after that defensive performance. And I said to myself, I haven't seen them really play like this since Daryl Grant and Dexter Manley. And I got a lot of response back from that. So I'll just like for you to share to the people your insight and what you seeing with this Washington football team defense right now.
I see a lot of potential there. They've really come a good way together. You can tell they're playing together. They're young and hungry, and you can't beat that, man. That overcomes a whole lot of things. They hustling to the ball. Chase got the ball. They all turned around, and everybody was looking to get a block. That's team defense, team football, and they're all energetic, and they all want to make a name for themselves, and they playing like that's what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
We playing with a lot of energy.
Lot of energy. We live right here, Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Am I correct? You got 2 rings.
Yeah, I got 2 rings, and one where the Raiders got us. I got that NFC championship ring.
That's right.
But the Raiders factors that's nothing.
Yeah, and whatever happened in that game? What went bad, man? Joe Theismann was the quarterback. The offense just couldn't get going against that Oakland Raiders team, correct?
That's correct. It just couldn't get cranked. We had special teams flaws, got a punt block. I mean, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Joe Theismann threw an interception to Jack Squirick, and Gogo was waving him off like, look, the linebacker's right here. But Joe threw the ball, tried to force it in there, and Jack Squirick picked it off and ran it in for a touchdown. So, then Marcus Allen had that big long run. King Coffey tried to strip the ball out of his hands instead of tackling him in the backfield. He had him in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
But he was trying to strip the ball and make a play, and Marcus doubled back, and with that world-class track speed, man, it was over. Because that play was supposed to come directly in my lane, and he stopped. And he turned around, and that's when King Coffey had him. And then by the time we pursued, he cut back the other way. And a cat like that is like Barry Sanders' speed. Once you overrun him, it's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, we live. We sitting there talking with Daryl Grant, number 77, Super Bowl champion for the Washington Redskins, now the Washington football team. But you know, if people don't know it, you and Dexter Manley, y'all were like right hand, right hand, hand for hand, on and off the football field. And when you see these young pups playing together, tell me what do they need to continue to grow and to have success on the football field, and what do they need to be aware of off the football field that won't sidetrack them for having that success?
Right. Well, I'll go from the back to the front. They definitely off the field. They need to watch out for shady individuals. I mean, just like you would normally for anybody out there in the world. But because they're more of a target with the monies that they make. So the trapping could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be a whole lot of things, that they can get involved with. But they just still need to communicate with each other on the field and just like, pump each other up. I mean, because there's no greater pump up than when your homies is pumping you up and they're battling with you. Because everybody can't take the credit all the time. So sometimes you may have to take up 2 blockers so somebody else can make the play. I mean, there was times, I kept people off of Neil Opowitz and whatever middle linebacker we had. We went for a stunt. Sometimes stunt wasn't even called, but Dexter would take an inside pass rush move. But I knew if I felt him on my shoulder, on my outside shoulder, there was no contain. So I would just run out there. Target would say, "Why'd y'all run a twist?" I said, "Because there was no contain." He took an inside pass rush move, and I knew we were vulnerable out there. And I made a lot of plays out there. But then you watch them go, "How do y'all do that?" We just been playing with each other for so long. Dexter didn't think I could play defense, but Dave Buck didn't either, because I was an offensive lineman that came in. But I've been playing both sides of the ball my whole life. I've been playing, I was an offensive lineman, a center, a guard. I was a long snapper throughout my career in the NFL, and I had to snap in the Super Bowl against Denver. I wasn't expecting it, but Bostic hurt his hand, and he came to me, They said, you're going to have to do all the snapping for the rest of the game. And I did what I do, you know. I just knocked it out and kept going. So when you're a snapper, you don't, it's a long snapper or extra point field goal snapper, you only get one throw.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be on the money. You can't just like say somebody dropped it, now we'll throw another pass. That bad boy gotta be accurate. And I was playing full time, I was starting on defense. Mm-hmm. So to add that extra to me, see, my mind wasn't even there, but I had to automatically get into that mode once we got it. You know, Boston came to me and said he think he broke his hand. So I had to just get out of my, you know, go back and forth out of my defensive mode back into my long snapping mode.
And just went on it. That's right. But that was because you was a football player. A football player. Yeah. See, a football player just go out there and play the game of football. It don't matter what position you playing, but you enjoy and you love playing the game of football. So that mindset alone enabled you to push over, to do those things that was actually, whether it was on the offensive line or whether it was on defensive line. And most of all, we just talking about when it came to special teams. We sit there live, Daryl Grant, 2-time Super Bowl champion, Washington football team, a former Washington Redskins. They changed the name, however they doing this thing. But we so glad to have you here on the show. But we talking about the upside of this Washington football team, and you from a defensive perspective, looking at this offensive right now, this Washington football team. What's the plus to it? And what's the downside to it that you see? And I know that you're going to be real honest with your opinion.
Yeah, well, you know, I think we're gonna you know, hopefully they can stay healthy. I mean, I think injuries is the biggest downside right now. So we got a young quarterback going in there, and hopefully they can just, you know, keep people off of him, and he can make some good decisions, some good throws. And the coach can put him in position with the play selection to put him in a position to win. Because we definitely don't want to get down on a young quarterback, you know, early in his career. Because we've seen too much of that go around here. So hopefully, you know, he's going to have a great game. The offensive line keeps pushing. They're doing a great job run blocking. Now, they've done one of the better jobs run blocking that I've seen in several years. And the backs are running hard, and they running like they playing like they having fun. And when you can work hard and have fun, it ain't work no more. Mm-hmm. You have fun kicking people's butt.
and that's what they doing. That they've been doing it for 4 games. High hell and high water. But one thing about this Washington football team, we talking with Daryl Grant, 2-time Super Bowl champion, Washington football team. One thing about this offense that I've noticed and about this football team is they come out in the second half and they seem to find a way to make a way out of no way. And this comes down to, I made a comment and I said this last show and I said this show again and I'm going to continue to say it. One thing that was important to this Washington football team for them to move forward was their coach. We know about the things that, you know, that he had to face early on in the season, battling, you know, with his diagnosis with cancer, going through treatment, beating it thus far. And up to this point, he wasn't able to give this team his wholehearted focus. He might say he was or able to, but you know, I know, and any person with the right mind and sense know when your health is on the line and it's about whether you live or you die. I'm worried about whether I live or die before I worry about anything on the football field. But being that said, though, thank the man above that he where he is right now. Okay, but moving forward, this week in his press conference, he said he's able to look at the offense a little bit more. He's able to just spend more time watch what's going on with this offense. But most of all, Uncle Daryl, is that he's able to coach his football team without all that stress and that drama. And I just like to ask you, What do you see with Coach Rev and what he's doing with this team? Not with the name change or whatever. That's politics. I'm talking about with this football team. What do you see happening with this football team, or what can happen in the future?
Well, obviously, I think is when a coach has a particular expectation out of his players and the players respond, that's going to be the most fortunate thing you could ever have happen. And I can see these cats have responded. I mean, they're not only playing individually and personally and as a team, but you got to have a head of the entire team to get everybody on that same energy level. And he's done a marvelous job doing that. And you're correct, when the guy's facing life and death, you know, everything else, you know, has to step aside. So he's got his focus back, and the guys are feeding off of his energy. You know, if you're in a locker room with somebody and you know that they're facing that challenge, you know, you got to go all out, man, because, you know, that could be you or that could be anybody, you know. And I think they're feeding off his energy. He does a great job coaching. He and Jack are doing a great job coaching, getting the cats to hustle. You know, I was telling somebody the other day, I said, when Chase is running 100 miles an hour out there on that field, that picks up everybody else's energy. Because when you go back and watch that film and you got one cat going 100 miles an hour, it makes everybody else look like they're going slow. So you don't want to be there first. You don't look like you're dusty. So they all step their game up. You know, one or two people can have the energy, and that energy is contagious. Winning is contagious, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and winning is the best addiction that you don't have is when you get out there and you enjoy winning and bringing it back to the home team. And that's what they've been able to do. But they become a cohesive unit, and I think they will progressively get better and better and better till we find that golden egg here pretty soon.
Man, that's Darryl Grant, number 77, man. You talk about Washington football team, Washington Redskin history. Who started it off with his team in the 80s along with Dexter and some others? Darryl Grant. If it wasn't for that touchdown, listen here, we probably would have never started knowing the feeling of how it is to get down and win Super Bowls and NFC championships here in the DMV. Hey, Uncle Darryl, man, anything you want to say to the people, man, for the holidays before I let you go?
Yeah, just everybody stay safe, man. Wash your hands. Put the mask on, man. I lost 2 cousins on the same day a few days ago. To this virus.
Yeah, man, I done laid down a couple of friends and families along the way. Darryl Grant, y'all, number 77, Super Bowl champion. Man, I appreciate you, and I love and I respect you so much. Appreciate you, man. Happy holidays to you.
All right, the same to all the fans out there. Happy holidays. Stay safe, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Love you so much. Thank you, man. That was Darryl Grant, number 77. That's right, Super Bowl champion, Washington football team. We're so glad to have him on here with us this morning here on the show. But being that said, I want to talk about moving forward this Washington football team going up against this Seattle Seahawks, right? Dwayne Haskins, starting quarterback, right? I asked a question before Darryl Grant joined us, and brother, joined, excuse me, I just got tongue twisted a little here. Joined us on the show. But at the end of the day, though, are you comfortable with Dwayne Haskins starting? And here's the other question. If Haskins has a good game, when Smith is healthy, do you want him to come back as a starting quarterback, or do you want to continue with the flow and keep Dwayne Haskins in the game? I want to hear from y'all. Let's go to some of these comments this morning, man. Suge say, man, good morning, man. Big Brother Authentic say, man, the Darryl Grant is the legendary. This is legendary, bro. Salute, man. Salute to you. Good morning, Suge. Love you so much, baby. Appreciate you for tuning in with us this morning. Live right here, Rev T Sports Revival. I got to say good morning, man, up to Adam Thomas, man. Good morning to you, man. What's up with you, champ? Lottie Dottie, everybody to the party. Let me hear your thoughts on this, though. I want to hear your thoughts, brother. Authentic say Haskins is the best option at this point, but I'll go with Alex Smith, who got us here if he's healthy. Okay, I mean, that's your opinion on that. And that's Brother Authentic just finished joining us before we had Daryl Grant. Y'all could go on YouTube and catch him. Y'all could go on YouTube and catch my show as well, The Sports Revival. Just type in The Sports Revival and it'll take you right there. I changed it from The Sports Revival. I'm about to do all this Sports Revival because it's for the people, by the people. So, but at the end of the day, though, you know, my question is to you also before we get out of here, because we pushing on time. We at the 10-minute mark for us to end this show. What's your predictions for the game? And everybody know that the Seattle Seahawks, Daryl Grant said one thing that's good and true. When one player get going on your team and can electrify your team, it becomes contagious. Right now, what's going on? The Washington football team is contagious. It is contagious right now, right? They feeling the energy off of Chase Young, and that's making them a contagious football team with a whole lot of energy. One thing I heard earlier in the week, after the San Francisco football team, I think it was in the second day of Ron Rivera's press conference, I heard him say that the athletic trainer came and told him that the next day, I think probably Monday or Tuesday when they came back, was that they had 100% participation in the weight room. They had 100% participation in players coming into the facility to get treated for little injuries here and there. That's players that love what's happening with their organization. That's players trusting and believing in the system. That's players buying into what the coach is feeding them. That's players believing in what the coach is asking them to go out there and sell as the product or what the Washington football team is about. And you have to give a hell of a lot of credit to Coach Rivera. And I mean, let's be honest, y'all. We all was very critical about him in that 2-point conversion against the Giants. And for real, if the Giants play good football here on out, it might come back to bite us. But as of right now, though, we are kind of in the driver's seat. Not with a full tank of gas, but we in the driver's seat, though, right now. And we got an opportunity to stop at the gas station and fill up for the playoffs. But at this point right now, Ron Rivera has the mindset of this football team is that they are winners. Not no, we might can't, no. We can actually go out there and win these football games. And I actually believe in what Coach Rivera is doing. And I've been asking this question, do you trust Coach Rivera's direction right now? Hell yeah. 703-496-4545. If you want to call in before we get out of here, that's the phone number. You want to call in, chime in, put your comments. Let's go back to some of these comments. After two big surprising wins, I don't think Washington will get over the injuries. Give me the Seahawks 27-17. That's coming from Brother Authentic. What's your prediction? I said 24-17, and I've been riding that for this Washington. They capable of putting up 24 points on the board with no problem. If they come out hot in the first half, then the scores can really go up. But as of right now, though, we've been seeing the second half Washington football team. And can I say something? That attributes to the coaching staff. One thing that we haven't seen here in the past with this Washington football team is the ability to go and make halftime adjustments. And the success of this winning with this Washington football team has come from this coaching staff, Coach Rivera, Scott Turner, Jack Del Rio, being able to go and make second half adjustments. And it has enabled this football team to go out here and come back and win these football games. I'm going to say Rivera's doing a great job with this Washington franchise back to being a contender. Oh, yeah, I believe he is. But can I say this, though? And I appreciate all y'all comments. Can I say this, though? Can I really say this to you all? What I dislike right now with what? 2-3 games, what? 3 games of football left. Seattle, then we got the Philadelphia, then who else we got on the tape? Carolina. Why y'all talking about who in the hell we need to pick from the draft? Why is there even a concern right now about who we gonna go pick up in the draft? Or who should we go pick up in the draft? See, I don't fall into all of that little hip-low conversation. So they need to go get this quarterback. We need to be worrying about one thing and one thing only, and that's beating the Seattle Seahawks. And after we do that, then the focus should be on who we need to beat next. All that worried about who getting the draft, you need to go get in the draft the best player available that's going to be available whenever we get the pick, or wherever it is for us to pick in the draft. All that other stuff, that's just talk. That's just talk for clicks. That's just talk to be running their mouths, man. I gotta say good morning, man, to Durley on Senior. That's my bro right there. Darrell, you call in real quick if you can, man. 703-496-4545. You know, all of this talking about, man, we need to go get this player. We need to draft this. No. Y'all stop that. We need to beat the Seattle Seahawks. That's it. That's all. Anything else, man, I don't want to talk about it. Y'all can have that. Y'all can go to some other podcast and talk show and talk about who we gonna draft. I'm worried about drafting the game plan against the Seattle Seahawks. And that's all we should be worried about right now. And at the end of the day, I feel real good about this Washington football team. I feel real good about what's happening with this football team. I haven't felt this way in a long time. And so I leave you with this. We all know this. The Washington football team has to stop Russell Wilson. You take Russell Wilson out of the game, you box up that young boy Carson running the football, then DJ Metcalf can't get his rocks off. Without Russell Wilson being able to go out there and move his feet and to make plays, he can't get the ball to DJ Metcalf. I believe our secondary has enough to contain Metcalf to stop him from being able to make a play. And again, I hate to say this, but believe it or not, this game might come down to Dustin Hopkins' foot again. Oh, yeah, old Sugarfoot Hopkins, yeah. This game might come down to whether he can go out there and knock a couple of field goals down. Preferably one that might either win the game for us or one that might lose the game for us. I believe that the game plan for Dwayne Haskins is to keep him to do bare minimum with a play or two in their back pocket that'll catch that Seattle defense out of the pocket, that'll catch them off balance. This not to discredit the Seattle Seahawks defense. You got Wagner leading the way, linebacker playing at an all-pro level right now. So they not the Legion of Boom or whatever the hell they used to say they were before, but they still are an impressive and an aggressive defense. So this is going to come down to which offense can make a play against which defense, vice versa on each team. Me, I'm going out the way because of the way this defense been playing for the Washington football team. I'm going 24-17 Washington. And it's really going to come down to, again, a situation where I said we would come down to with San Francisco, with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can the defense go out there and make a play, a defensive stop or two against Russell Wilson? And can the offense go out there and be able to move the football and let the clock tick to keep the ball out of Russell Wilson's hand and that offense? And do just enough to possibly score a touchdown. If not, put us in a good position where those field goals can count. 24-17, Washington football team. I'm Tavon Fennell. Hashtag Rev T is where you can find me at all over social media. FWF Rev on Twitter. Rev T Sports Revival on Facebook. I'm Tavon Fennell Sr. I tell it to the young. I tell it to the old. You got to come to the Rev T Sports Revival to fill up your soul. I want to thank Big Brother Authentic for tuning in with us this morning, bringing us some insight on the Giants. I'm going to be sharing over on Twitter each segment for you all so you can kind of start up right at the point where we start talking about it. And then most of all, man, number 77, Super Bowl, two-time Super Bowl champion, and numerous NFC championship champion, number 77, Darryl Grant. I appreciate him so much for tuning in. I tell it to the young. I tell it to the old. Listen here. Why tweet about it? Why Facebook about it when you can talk about it right here on the Rev T Sports Revival? I am the people's hype man that talk damn good sports. I see y'all next Saturday, man, 10 a.m. BPT time. Y'all know what BPT time is. This here, man. Love somebody. Love somebody. Merry Christmas. I'll see y'all after Christmas. Merry Christmas. Ow!